Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. It's Thursday night. It's time to chat. Hopefully we can hear Rich because we can't hear Rich. Rich, talk.
No.
Nope.
Guys, Rich has changed his occupation. He's a mime.
Yeah.
He is right
Start
now.
doing
What, 1 minute? 2 minutes? What 1, 2? What are we doing? 4 minutes? I don't know.
Can we have a Rich rant tonight, Martin, please?
Well, I'm wondering, what? Does anyone know sign language?
Oh, it's been a few years.
Anyway, good evening, all. While Rich sorts his connection, he's wearing AirPods. This is why a 55-year-old should not be wearing AirPods or iPods or whatever they bloody are. Come on.
AirPods. But yeah.
AirPods, whatever. Anyway, good evening, Ed. Good evening, Ozza. How are you?
Evening, Martin. Evening, Eddie. How you doing?
Eddie?
What's up, everybody? Pick up the chat. Pick up the panel.
Eddie? Oh. Anyway, good evening, all. Mingy Wong, get 200, mate, not 2,000. Jesus. 200, mate. What time am I leaving on Sunday morning? I am leaving I'm leaving tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I'm going. If Arteta doesn't win anything this year, yep. Good evening, Mark. Tough match to call. It is. Ash is with us. Connor's with us. Dash is with us. Yes, 3 days left to donate to the Teenage Cancer Link. The link is there in the chat. And also, don't forget, and we will do this, there is the main link. Scan that QR code and it will take you straight to it. They have passed their target by country mile. But you know what? Let's help them more. So every little helps. It's not a test advert. Rich is now on his phone.
Does that work now?
Yeah, your laptop's dead.
So not on my
Your
laptop.
laptop's gone.
Rich,
you know what that means? Right, you're going to have to go in the back pocket. I know this is going to hurt you, right? Get that wallet. It will creak. It will creak with the wallet. Right?
No, I'll have to walk up to the IT department and ask them for a new laptop.
I thought he was about to say I have to walk up to my wife. I thought he was about to say.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to be sending us an invoice. Can you get us a new laptop?
Oh, wait, we can do that.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Equipment, a new laptop of thousands.
Hey, I haven't had any new equipment in years, so I think I deserve it.
No, Kelson, not with us tonight, mate. Hope you're well. Nick Jackson, DC is with us. Ash is here. Teal is here. Is that me? Oh, you what? Ooh, no, it's gone now. Riz is here. Big up. Oh, it's back. House captain. What's going on here?
Someone's echoing. Rich, is that you?
Don't think so.
Martin, it says on Man Evening News still tickets for sale. It has sold. Has it? What? I've not even been on, mate. I can have a look. Can only be late extra tickets. I'll have a look now for you, actually. Let's have a little look. How are tickets? It's not me. It might be you, Rich. Someone.
It's Rich because I've muted him and he's coming back again.
It says sold out on the city website. So unless it's corporate tickets. We're leaving at 7:30 a.m. Yeah, but you're going to stop at every single pub on the way down, Nick, you stop at every pub going. Big up here. How are you? We better win. Well, all in the chat, by the way, as well. Make sure you smash those likes on your way in. It does help your channel grow. Lets people know we're live. The more likes, it pushes this show out across YouTube. That is the way the algorithm works. Evening, Simo Subs. Also, there is a super chat goal where we get 5 super chats. Doesn't matter if it's a quid each. We get 5 super chats within an hour. We will do. I will do a Q&A and we'll do a quiz during internationals where there'll be a prize given away. Martin is creaking. Creaking? If Bernardo starts, we ain't winning. All right, I knew that start. I started early. You heard the news today. Well, we're going to talk about that later on in the show, so I'll start that and we'll come back to it. I've got my lad with me, one stop and helping. Oh, but that's why you're helping with it. You're helping with the display. Yeah, I should be there early enough. So if you need help, Nick, let us know. Will Arsenal play a full strength team? Good question. Scared of the mighty Arsenal? No, I think we'll win. Good to see you all. Yusuf saying, our resident Liverpool fan. I don't see you winning this, especially with starting Trafford. Well, a lot of people would. I'm in 1-3-4, mate. I'm in it. That's where I'm sitting. 1-3-4. I'm actually in 1-3-4. 1-3-4, row 16. Not giving you my actual seat details because Jesus. Anyway,
because if we lose, you can pelter him with rotten tomatoes.
You blame me on Sunday if we lose. Anyway, right, I'll let you start because obviously I'll let you do your brief bit on Madrid. Not that I think we've talked about it before we get to the big one on Sunday.
Well, Rich, have you sorted out your mic issues yet?
But yeah, you can hear me now, can't you?
We
Yes.
can hear you.
Yeah. I think enough said about. There's been enough whining even before the game started. I mean, it was, I had to watch it back later because I was working when the game was on. But City tried very hard. I thought created chances, should have done better, but the effort was there and the fans were there, and that was actually, to be honest with you, it was actually great seeing that support and the fans back being themselves, because I don't get massively upset and in a meltdown for a week because we lose a football match. I'm far more upset by the melts in our fan base and some of the behaviour of the fans than I am about anything on the pitch. So, it was good to see. I think we'll win this weekend. I think the season is far from over. I mean, I think you have seen it, and Tone said in the chat that, people are saying, oh, we should play our reserves the rest of the season, throwing the toys out the pram and the baby out with the bathwater. I think we should battle on. I think there's only one thing that really matters for the next week, and that is Johnny Stone starts on Sunday. Over to you. No,
I like that comment. Something, lads. Foot Madrid, foot the Gunners, fuck AFTV. I like it. Let's go. I like that. Come on. Bit of fighting spirit. Preach it, Rich. Go on, Ozzy.
Yeah, I mean, like Rich said, and we talked about before we started, there's not a lot to say, really. The game was over when Bernardo was brandished that red card. Well, to be fair, it was over in the first leg, if we're being brutally honest. What I liked was that, the lads put in a really good effort, even after going down to 10 men. That drive, that wanting to at least go out all guns blazing was what I wanted, really. It's what we've been missing slightly from this City side for the last few months. So I think if we play like that and obviously don't go down a man, then I think Arsenal should be worried, because it was a great performance in the respects of they really put an effort in. I had a few issues with the lineup, and I feel something we're going to get into later on is that midfield. It felt like Pep had learned but hadn't learned at the same time from the last election. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're in a rebuild. We're still in a transition. I think we're ahead of schedule compared to where we were last season. Do you know what I mean? You look at last season, you look at this season. There are a lot of differences. Second in the league, in 2 cup finals. In 1 cup final, and could be in a third. Let's move on. It is what it is.
Yeah, listen, it is what it is. I've said my bit on it. I'm not going to go into it again. I've said enough a bit. It is what it is. We'll move from it. But yeah, then we move to Sunday. Our chance to actually put a little bit of silverware on the doors. Etihad South. 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. Carabao Cup final. I'm going to sound really weird here, but this is the trophy that I wanted. This is my trophy. This is my trophy. This is the one I wanted. I said I wanted the Carabao back. I want the Carabao back. I've missed me Wembley trips in March time. I've always missed them, and I got it back. So the gods listened to me. They said, Martin, you can have your day out. In March, you can have your day out. So we've given me that. But yeah, I said, I'm going down there with a lot of optimism. Will it be tough? 1,000%. But I just think we're gonna send a bit of a statement out on Sunday. What are you doing, Rich? What the hell? You're like, what? What? It's like watching your granddad operate a computer, isn't it?
Really is. Do we need some instructions to him, do you think?
I don't know. The same guy who said because that's postseason tournament, mate. Friendlies, pre-season, postseason. Carabao's, come on. We're the second biggest holders of this comp. Are we sorted now, Rich?
No idea. You just all went on mute then. I couldn't hear you. This is comedy gold.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I will say, I'm with Per. I wouldn't change that front three on Sunday. I'd go with Cherky, Doku, Haaland again as my front three.
Yeah, I may have a slight difference to that, but I agree with you that those players need to be playing.
Lynette, email me. We need to arrange Green Man. We need to arrange Green Man on Sunday, so email me. Because I'm being serious, you are going to need to help me up the hill. I will need help up the hill. My son is not going to be able to get me up that hill. And I'm not bringing my walking stick, so I'm determined to get up there on my own. So you may need to help me, Lynette. Sorry. I know I'm going to need help.
Is Linny going to help you on top of the beer tent?
No, it's getting to the Green Man. The Green Man's great. It's getting to the damn thing. That's the problem. Have you ever been to the Green Man, Rich? It's on top of the bloody steepest hill in bloody London you can find and go, good luck.
Yeah, no, I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
I was there when Uwe got mobbed in 2011 when he was in the beer garden there.
Yeah, all governor's there now. Oh, is it? I think he's there. Oh yeah, he's bloody hell, everyone's on phones tonight.
Good morning.
Good
evening.
Now, don't be shameless. We played for the UCL, but I'm going to be straight with you. I'm less UCL's. I'm not a big thing of it. Sorry.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. I'm not a big. Since we've won it, I'm not that bothered about it. Since we've won it,
Phone's all over the show.
It's like Celebrity Squares. This.
It's something all right. Let's be honest.
Could be maybe someone's. There's a missile on its way to Australia and it's cut off all the Wi-Fi and everything.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
You're attacked from the Kiwis.
No, they haven't got any. I think they've got about one plane. They're quite safe from them.
It's that hill either I've got older. I don't remember that hill being that steep. No, I think you were just pissed.
It's obviously the Penguins, isn't it, Rich?
I think you were just pissed going up it, Lenny. To be told, it can't be the same for three because Cherky. So, well, here's my question: where is What you doing? Behave. Right, I get it. Elliot, you like who you like. We like who we like. It's all opinions, mate.
I'm lost. What we're talking about?
Oh, but because I said about the UCL and I'm not that bothered about it.
Oh, no, you're old school, Martin. Like, you know, you just want the Carabao Cup and you'll be happy for the rest of your life.
No, I'm
It's
just
the League Cup.
Standards,
Fan.
Martin. That's what you're forgetting. You haven't got any standards.
Ozzy, old school.
I'm allowed to have
like
my
the milk
standards.
cup.
This is the part people forget. I am allowed to have the standards I want. Nobody's going to tell me how to support what my standards should be when I'm traveling the length and breadth of this country. Thank you very much.
Just when
I
you
will
make a
support
smooth
how I
game.
want to support. Let them support how they want to support.
Well,
And
we go
everyone
away
can
to
do
away
all this,
games and we
but
lose.
that's why you never see the same people at UCL games. You never see the same people at Champions League games because not everyone goes to them. I'm sorry, I'm an old fart. It is what it is. I'm an old fart. I don't care. Exactly. Any trophy does me. It is what it is. I'm with you, Sarah. I really do hope we spank them. But no, listen, how do you two see Sunday? Are you nervous? Are you worried? Are you scared of Arsenal? Because I'll be honest, I don't think Arsenal are playing that great at the minute. I think Arsenal can be got at.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, I don't think are particularly menacing. They're not exactly absolutely thrashing other teams at the moment. I mean, they just feel like they're getting either lucky or they're getting just nicking a goal here or there. So I don't feel that either team are particularly great right now. I think it's going to come down to either who wants it more or who gets a lucky goal at the moment, because I feel both defences, you could say Arsenal's defence is probably a bit stronger than ours currently. But attack-wise, Arsenal seem to have kind of dropped off a bit of a cliff. Like, I know they've had a few goals in the Champions League, but Champions League is different from the league, you know. And I know this is a cup final, but it just feels that, you know, two Premier League teams, it's going to be, well, anything can happen. But I don't know where. It's difficult to know where both teams are really at. I don't feel either team are fully at their best at the moment. Do you disagree with that?
No, I mean, you know, at the moment, it's, you know, I think it is fair to say that the standard of play at the top is the worst.
I'm going to ban that word. That word's getting banned on this channel at some point.
Standard.
We use a different word than standards or standard. Saying something. I'm bored of the word.
You're triggered. You're triggered.
What about level? Level.
It's starting to trigger me, this word.
The quality, efficiency, and brilliance of play at the top of the Premier
Everyone
League
in the chat
is just not as good as it has been. I think, you know, City are very vulnerable. Liverpool fell off a cliff. Arsenal have been very Wimbledon FC all season. And
The levels have dropped.
The best, but, you know, I think Arsenal need to be taken down a peg or two. So, led by the mighty Johnny Stones, City needs to go down to Wembley, seize it, strolling around in his Parker, taking the piss out of their midfield. City win. Arsenal get put in their box. Stop going on about the quad and how they're the best team there's ever been, and how they've got 10 players in the all-time greatest Premier League 11 just from this season, and get the world back to normal.
Bang on, Rich.
Where do you look? I mean, just on there, where do you look with the Carabao? Did you want to win it, or is this a bit of a,
yeah,
am I going to win
it?
Mickey Mouse trophy?
Nah, you got to win any trophy you're in. And I think if we beat these Sunday, I think it will damage them on the running.
Don't do this, Governor.
No, honest, I really think it will damage them. You know, we've got to go one in front.
Go on, Governor, go for it.
And I
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree with you, Rich. My back four would be Nunes, Cousinov, Stones, and Ain't Nori. That's my back four.
Quite right.
Because
Perfect.
Stones can play the ball out, Diaz can't. That's why. That's my back four. Staying with it. I'm not care. I don't bother about Donnarumma or Trafford. I'm easy with both.
Oh, it'll be
Same
Trafford.
here.
It's got to be Trafford. If Pep sticks to his word, he said,
Yeah.
No, this was Pep. And he's always done it apart from one time. He didn't do it. He did play Edison in one of them. But generally, he's the backup keeper. I don't like calling him a backup keeper. But right now, listen, I'm happy with either right now. I don't think there's a... I think Trafford's good enough to play in a final against Arsenal. And for me, if we're going to be fair, it has to be Trafford. Trafford has to start on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind any.
I mean, my
Sorry, go on, Ravi, go on.
I'll just say my point from leading from what Governor said, I want to win the League Cup because we've seen what it's done before when Pep first joined. Do you know what I mean? We went on in 2018, 19 and, went on to win the league. And then when we went to win on a load of other cups as well after that, do you know what I mean? We started to have, the 100 points and, breaking all the records. So, it feels that, we are in a rebuild. This is the kind of second generation of Pep rebuilding this squad from the ground up. A lot of these players are new, young, inexperienced at winning leagues and Champions League. So winning this kind of cup can set you off going forward into the seasons ahead. So I think that is an important thing to do. And some people will think about it's looking backwards, it's going back to a League Cup, winning that. We should be still challenging for the league and for the Champions League. Well, we have been, we are challenging for the league. Yes, this week was disappointing, but we still got to this last 16. We're still, more than likely going to qualify for next season's Champions League. For me, going on winning it is definitely a big plus. And if it knocks Arsenal's confidence along the way, even better. Do you know what I mean? I'm not turning around saying all of a sudden they're going to bottle it and we'll win the league, but it won't hurt our chances. So
I won't be long, Martin. I've got to sort some of these painters out, my contracts as well, then.
Martin, you doing pre-match meetups? Yeah, I'm hoping to get in the Green Man, or if anyone does, drop us an email and we'll have a meet up before the game. More than happy with that. Buy people a couple of drinks. It'd be nice. But no, mate, I'm all up for that. People want to do a Mancunian. That's going to be arranged. I am trying to sort out a big event. It's when I can get Rich and Pat over as well. And we'll hire out a venue and do a big meet up. What?
When we find Pat.
Yeah, Pat's now back on milk cartons. I mean, does this worry you? We've not beaten Arsenal in 5 games. Does that worry anyone? Well, obviously it will, but is that a major factor to people?
I mean, I think you have to. I think you have to include that in, right? They're a tough opposition when they can be able to sit back. Hopefully in a final, this is a different type of game where you would hope they would, be expansive and things like that. But they are a hard team to break down.
Yeah, but you could say the same about us in some respects. You think about the beginning of the season, and we went to their place, and we got that draw, and a lot of people were like, didn't like the way we played, and obviously it was very defensive, and it was something we hadn't seen before. But we were in a very different place at that point. We were coming back off the end of last season. Yes, we had a few new players. But at the same time, it was bedding some of those players in. It was kind of trying to be resolute, really, and look trying to think about the season ahead. I think that's how Pep looked at it, thinking to come away with a point wasn't a bad result at that point. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of leading us up to where we could have been. We could have been just a couple of points behind Arsenal if we hadn't have drawn some of the games that we have of late. So, you know, you look at it at a point, that point was important, you know, and as much as, you know, you can say, you know, a lot of things have happened, but a lot of things have happened for both clubs, you know, in the last few months.
No, I agree. Listen, I'm not in this thinking we're gonna mow them over. This is still a cup final. It's going to be very, very hard. And people are right. We haven't beaten Arsenal in 5 games, but I'm intrigued to see how Arteta is going to take this game on Sunday. Because
do you think he's going to come out all guns blazing?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I know people are saying it's a trophy, but in his mind, he's still got the Champions League to go out. He's still, because I know we're saying the title's over. I know some people aren't. I get that. I know Governor's still doing the tone and pulp here on this train if it's not over, and Rich is probably doing it as well.
Yeah.
For me, the league's over. Right, the league's over. But Arteta won't see it that way. Arteta's not going to see this. And I don't think Pep will openly admit that either. Other players will. But my big question is how serious Arteta is going to take this. Will he rest? Will he rotate? But Arsenal have still got a strong squad no matter what. Because the one thing I would say about Arsenal in the last few games, I think they're starting to look a bit tired. They're starting to look tired for me, Arsenal.
But
I don't want to comment on that.
I don't want to speak up for Arsenal, but I mean, if we're just being honest, even with all that, they still been able to get it over the line more than us.
Yes, I agree.
So I mean, I think
they've had the look, Ed. I think they've had the ball of the bounce and the look. I think they've had the look you need to win a title.
I'm not going to clash on a player, but I saw a ball fall to Gahey 2 yards out from the net, and we didn't put it back in. You know, so I can't. You know, I can't say luck, right? Like they just been able to get it done, and that's what
they have. Yeah. Totally agree with you.
And I think that's something we have to. That's what this new team has to, and that's what this trophy can do for us. It can have that belief to get over the line in big games. You know, because of late we haven't done it. So I think that's why it's more important for us to get it over the line from that perspective.
I think, Ed, you're bang on. I think over the season, if you look at it, we have created chances, but it's the finishing. And that's been the story of the season. We've just not been putting our chances away.
I mean,
yeah.
Elliot says we've been poor in the Big 6 games, or the so-called Big 6. I don't like that word, but I know it's there. But I think this season, I think we've changed that. I think we have been better against the bigger teams. I think we've slipped up against the lesser teams. We've sort of done it arse backwards this year, where we normally do slip up against the so-called Big 6. Again, I hate that term. I find it so derogatory. But we always used to beat the lesser clubs, or the so-called, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do it without being respectful, but I think this season we have. And I just think with the week we've just had, I just think we're going to want it a bit more on Sunday. Now, maybe that's hopium. I don't know. I just think we're going to want it more on Sunday.
The only thing I'm scared of, Martin, is Pep's lineup. I hope he don't do a madness.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't do a Real Madrid. I think Martin, it's not so much we want it more. I think there's a lot more pressure on Arsenal. Arsenal have never, you haven't won the league for 20 years. They haven't ever won the Champions League. They haven't won a cup for about 5 years. They're playing for a quad, and their moment in history, and whether anyone likes it or not, the fans are talking about it, their players are thinking about it. So for them, it's like this first piece in a absolutely crucially vital jigsaw they've spent £1 billion trying to make happen. For City, it's, you know, I'm not going to call it an afterthought, but it's, you know, we've had quite a bit of disappointment last week. It's now a bit of a free hit. So I think the pressure is all on Arsenal. And I think in a sense, it's going to mean more in that importance of football to Arsenal in a way than it is to us. And I think that's actually going to be really good for us, because it's actually going to take a bit of pressure off, which for the younger and some of the newer players is probably no bad thing. I think without pressure...
I think the newer players need to win something, Rich, to get that winning season.
I do. But I think we've got a level of... I think we've got a peak in a lot of our players that's higher than the Arsenal players. I think we've got skill and flair in our team that they just don't have. I think they've got a huge amount of 9 out of 10 players. I don't think they've got many players who can ever play at a 10 out of 10 level. I think so, but I think they are absolutely rock solid all over the park. So on an average day, they both turn up. You know, Arsenal may win on average just because of the consistency and grinding out the results. But if City play at their best, I don't think Arsenal at their best can live with it. Because I don't think they have a player who can do what Cherky does, or what Docky does, or what Haaland does. You know, I just don't think they have that. They just have really consistent players. They're like a team. You know, when Raheem Sterling was always an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for me, never a 10 out of 10 like a Sané. They're a team of Raheem Sterlings. We're a team of Leroy Sanés. On an average day, a team of Raheems would always beat a team of Sanés. But on their day, Raheem couldn't live with Leroy. And I think that's a bit City Arsenal. And we've got to get next season, we've got to get back to a place where we're playing at that level, you know, half the time or more, so that we're actually, because we're having too many 6 out of 10s. We're having too many Leroy off.
Magnus, by the way, Magnus, if you want to join us, you can just let me know, mate, and I'll bung you the link.
But Rich,
Magnus asked a question here.
I think Martin's on mute.
I'm not on
mute. He's doing one of my...
Am I on mute?
Martin, let me just say something to Rich's point.
I'm not on mute, by the way.
But
you weren't
Rich,
saying anything. We couldn't hear it. You were just doing Marcel.
No, I could hear him.
Yeah, I could hear him. But Rich, to that point, though, I think that's concerning, because how many times have we seen the best City can offer?
Sorry, Ed, you were saying.
Say that again, Ed.
No, I was just saying, like, for me, that's a little concerning, because how many times this season have we seen the best version of City?
This season?
Yeah.
Not enough.
So that's what I'm saying. If we're counting on us to be the best version of ourselves in this game.
But this is a cup final, Ed. If you can't get up for a cup final, then I'm questioning the mentality of the players.
But Martin, we couldn't get up for West Ham, and it was a must-win.
But you're 90 minutes away from lifting silverware. You've got to want this, Ed.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
Even happy clapping me. If we go in and we drop a stinker and we don't give 110% on Sunday, even I'll be like, there's not something wrong here now. One thing I expect on Sunday is 1,000% grit, determination, and to give it their fucking best go. It is a cup final. You're at Etihad South. You give it your best. There should be no half-hearting it on Sunday. This is, some of these players, like a Kushinoff and a Cherky, etc., have never won trophies with us. This is their opportunity. Let's get it done. Get it, grasp it. This is what winners do. Yeah.
Shut these Arsenal fans up.
I don't mind getting beat by a better team if we give everything we can and they're just not good enough. They're just not quite ready. That is different than not giving it your 100%. That is totally different.
Yeah, that's not giving 100% is not forgivable.
Not in a cup final.
No,
Not
not
in
any
cup
time.
final.
I mean, I've always got behind any player, like it was a lot more relevant years ago. But when the team tried and we lost and we weren't very good, you could get behind the team. It was when you had players who didn't try, who gave up. That's when you get. That's when you get.
That's what used to piss City fans off the most. Players who don't give a shit.
Yeah. You can't ever ask more than giving your best.
Yeah. Elliot, good evening.
Afternoon.
How are you?
Good
You
morning.
okay?
I'm all right. Yourselves?
Are you drunk?
Say
You
again?
sound like you drink are tired.
Say again?
Are you already in London?
No, I'm not in London yet, no.
I
Just on
thought
the
you'd
train,
have
so...
helipadded down there already.
No, just on the train, so...
Wow. I'm just going to use then. I want to ask you a question, Elliot. Julie, thank you for the 33 months membership. You are a superstar. Thank you. Sammy, with the 17 months, you, sir, are a superstar as well. And Simon, 26 months. Thank you so much. You are all superstars. And Oriano with the $1 super chat. Thank you. That's one down, 4 more to go. Like I said, there can be $1, whatever. To get the 2 additional shows next week, Q&A and a quiz. So, Elliot, can I chuck you this question because you've asked this question in the chat. The biggest concern, the current rumours around Pep, especially going into this game, real concern.
Yeah.
Do you think the speculation could have an effect into Sunday?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, stand by it. I think it's not helpful, is it? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a stupid time for that story to come out.
Yeah, probably, but then it's going to come point. We always think the 115 is going to come out on the international break, and it does. So I don't know what they do with these stories and that, to be fair, but listen, it is what it is. If the rumours are true, they're true. If they're not, then you have to just pick up and move forward, but it ain't helpful, man. Do you know what I mean? What help is it? It would be my question. It's got no help whatsoever. And obviously, if you're a player and you're reading these articles, yeah, it's looking a bit dark, innit?
No, I agree with that. Yeah. If you're a player and you're like, oh, yeah.
You don't know what you're playing for, innit? That's the thing. If you don't know what you're playing for as your next manager, or if the players don't know that is bad, well, the players maybe know, and it might be.
Yeah, but Elliot,
they know stuff, but
you get the job done first, mate. I'll worry about that after.
As much as I agree with what you're saying, Governor, it's easier for us to say that with us probably fan head on and as fan glasses than being a player in that moment. And my next point is, last time I was on with yous, part Rich, I mentioned the thing with Foden. Now, since I last said that, Foden, to my knowledge, hasn't once played since that moment. There has to be reasons for these choices, these decisions. Whether something's going on behind the scenes, I'm not too sure. But for me, these articles, by the way, Governor, they're not from nobody's. They're from probably the best in the game, with Fabrizio, with Simon Mullock, will the other one.
Well, it came from Jack Gorn originally, and then Fabrizio went around with
there's
it
a few
as well.
people. Yeah, there's a few people, isn't there, who's saying it. So,
Yeah.
We can try and defend all we want, but it ain't helpful. That's my opinion on it, anyway. To be fair.
Yeah,
hopefully I'm wrong.
I will get to the Foden bit when we do the midfield bit in a bit. I do have concerns on Foden. I've never, my issue with Foden is I hear when people say, don't play him, keep him on the bench. Well, he's never going to get back to playing again then. You've got to give him a go at some point. You can't just bench him forever and
I don't
just
even
forget.
think it's Foden, Martin, if I'm honest. I think like Stones, like after Newcastle performance, for him to like not be involved, was it fully against West?
Well, he was left at home, wasn't he?
I thought, well, maybe that's maybe a reason why he's going to start against Madrid. No, still didn't play, didn't come on. And he brought Gay on, he brought who was the other lad? Who was the other person he brought on? He brought Gay on and he brought
Ake
somebody
on.
else on. He brought Ake on, that was it, yeah. So yeah,
That's a
Do
statement.
you know what
there,
else
isn't
he's made out?
it? That before
It's
Stones.
Foden and Cherky. Foden and Cherky were working so well at the start of the season.
Yeah.
he went more physical though, hasn't he? He's gone more physical, hasn't he?
But that's what I mean. I think we've leaned too much into the physicality factor.
I think
And we've
he's. I
lost the
think.
creation factor.
I just think, if I'm honest, it might sound a bit brutal. I just think Pep's changed too much what he didn't need to change. I think he's ultimately took what he believes in, and he's tried having a
Do you
mix
think
of
he's got a
everything.
bit scared?
It's not working.
Do you think he's got a bit scared?
Who?
Possibly
Foden?
rich, possibly rich, but
I think he
then
means
like
Pep.
possibly rich, but then why would he be scared? Why
I don't know.
when has ever
I
been
just,
scared in the last 10?
yeah. I just find this season, you know, we just haven't given so many of the players or ourselves the real chance to bed in. You know, just seemed to me, you know, we bedded in Gonzalez and then and he started playing really well. We binned him, you know, and you understand that you got a Ballon d'Or player coming back. You know, we've kind of tested Foden and Cherky. They started to look all right. We binned him. We had Reinders in, starting to look good. Then he had a couple of bad games and we binned him. And it just seems to me every great side City have had in recent years had a way of playing. We may have changed players around, but we played the same way every week. And in a few seasons, we tinkered in October, November, but by December, the start of January, we had a way of playing and we just played the same way, even if the people changed. Whereas this season, I just feel like every single game, it's like, oh, he's changed that. We've gone to a different formation. He just, you know, whether it's he
Rich, can
just
I ask you a
feels he
question?
hasn't found the right thing, but we're just like making a different thing every week.
Rich, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You know, you said about Rodri, Ballon d'Or player coming back into the team. I think as much as I agree with what you're saying and I understand where you're coming from, I think that's not the right thing though. And I don't know whether if any like you have watched it, probably not because I know people hate Walker, but Walker did an interview the other day with Gary Neville and it was on the overlap and he was mentioning about the wingers and basically if they didn't get output, you normally just drop them from the team and then play Mahrez or play Sterling, Sané, whoever it was at the time, Bernardo. I think Pep's ultimately gone to Rodri, and I'm just guessing this. I think maybe this is part of him maybe wanting Rodri to stay.
yeah.
Maybe why he's playing him. But as much as I understand that and I get that side of it, for me, I think Nico G's been done a bit dirty, if I'm honest.
No, I don't disagree with you at all, especially when, you know, he could have been alternating them every other game to get Rodri back more easily. It was almost like, you know, Nico G was his girlfriend for a year, but as soon as his, you know, original girlfriend came back, he binned him and didn't even talk to him.
Yeah.
Can we stop doing this girlfriend boyfriend stuff?
No, he's right though. He's right what he's saying. He's right.
But all I'm saying is almost like
He's right what he's saying.
Pep,
all managers do that. No, but
Pep
all
had a
managers
I don't think they
do
do, Martin.
Yeah.
I don't think they do, Martin. I don't think they do, Martin.
Yes, they do.
I don't think they do. Pep
I
didn't do
agree
that.
with you, Elliot.
Pep didn't do
Elliot,
that.
I agree with you. But why hadn't he signed yet? If that's
Who's
true,
that?
or you know, if you think that's what he's thinking, why aren't he signed?
Because he's not sure if
I
Pep's
think that's why he's
staying.
playing him, Governor.
I'm sure.
I think that's why he's
Same
playing him.
I mean, that's what Elliot's saying, Governor, that he's playing him to try and make him sign.
Right.
He's doing it to try and make him sign, rather. He's like, I'm playing you because I want you here.
Yeah, but at the moment, he's not helping him, is he? With the players around him. He's not helping him at all.
I think he's had some decent performances.
sorry to jump in because people with Amar's been out of this world. Simon Clark, member for 26 months, and Steve Finn, new members. You guys are amazing. But Amar has hit our goal with 4 super stickers, super chats of £2 each. So big up to Amar. W's in the chat for Amar. Really good support. Thank you very much. See, we don't always have to agree, but we respect each other, and that's what it's about. And thank you. So we will be doing next week. I'll do a Q&A, and we'll do a quiz during International Week as well. So big up to Amar.
Going on about...
Carry on, guys. Sorry.
Go on, yeah. You're going on about Foden and Turkey. I was looking back, and with the Haaland debate, big up to Steve and Jay, that was a good debate, that, with Haaland. But if you look back, Haaland was knocking him in for fun, wasn't he? That's why he's top goal scorer. He was getting average 2 a game. Come October, November, it just stopped. The system changed, and it just stopped scoring. And that's when Foden fell away as well. And since then, he's been getting scraps. So
I think this is where people
with
got questions on Pep in it, Governor. I know what you're saying, mate, but I think this is where there's questions on Pep in it, because if he's changing it for no reason for changing it, it's like the Madrid game. Why would you experiment? Why would you experiment?
I know.
Why would you experiment with Semenyo in the 10 when you've never done it before? It really reminded me. It proper reminded me, being in Porto with the Champions League final. So reminded me.
Shocking decision. That.
No, my thing with Foden is, I agree, he's not been great. 100%. I'm with you all on that. I don't understand the pushing him deeper back role. I don't get that. So I'm with you on that. He's putting Semenyo in the role. Foden's going deeper. I don't get.
That's wrong.
He moved because when this changed. Because I've been going back, when I was looking at a focal point when we changed, and O'Reilly went from, and I'm not blaming O'Reilly here, by the way, because there was a big thing about physicality, and we went to Newcastle, and he played O'Reilly in the midfield. Do you remember when he was standing up against Joe Linton, and we all, it's great there.
Yeah.
And I just think we've stepped into the physicality too much. And he's took the creation away, and we've gone into the let's be the bully boys.
But it was working.
No, but Governor, we didn't have a balance because there was a lot of people bitching and moaning about no physicality in the midfield.
Here's what you have to do there then, Martin. This is what you have to do, right? If that's what you're saying, you have to, like it or not, you have to outscore that position.
Yeah.
You have to outscore the position because you can't go physicality. You can't put Nico Riley in midfield, then put Rodri in, then play Bernardo, and then play Semenyo, Doku, and Haaland, and just go, right, spat ball into Haaland, try and let him score goals because there's no creativity behind you. So straight away, they're not positioned. No, tell you what, lads, just let him have ball in midfield.
Okay, then. So here's my question: did Pep have a point when he said he didn't want a big squad? Then?
No, I don't think the squad's the issue. I think it's the ability of the squad around.
No, what I'm saying is, Elliot, do you think he's trying to not pee everyone off and try and rotate everyone too much now? Again, because we seem to go back to Pep roulette.
No, because I think Donnarumma, Guardiola, Rodri, and an Haaland, and then maybe a Chake in there. I think that's a good spine of a team. I think the players around it is question marks for consistency wise, but I think the spine is fucking pretty decent. I said that since day one. But I think the issue is if you give Bernardo Silva the ball on the edge of the box, he's not going to do the same thing as what Ryan Cherky is. Now, if you put Ryan Cherky in midfield in Bernardo's role or Foden, they aren't going to do the tracking what Bernardo can do. It's about the strengths of what the players are.
All right, then. Let me ask you, I'm going to ask all you, can Rodri play transitional football?
I don't think Rodri should be playing anyway. That might be
I'm thinking long term. You want to take him out now? My question is, does Rodri suit this new fast, quick system?
There's no point in answering that question from my side of it, because I don't think Rodri should be playing.
No, you don't think he'll be here next season, right?
No, I don't know. I don't, and I don't think he should be playing at the minute either. I don't think he's been any better than Nico G this season.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
No, but that's what I'm asking, because for me, again, because I always look at patterns, and Rich, I don't know you think about this, it slowed down when, and I'm going to go at Rodri. Rodri's world class to me. But when Rodri come in, he went back to the slow football.
Yeah, because I think Rodri's come back to play the way he played. I don't think he's
That's
come
what
back
I'm asking.
trained. So I don't know if he can play transition. I just don't think he's ready to. Because he's come back, he's come back 12 months out to play the way he played 12 months before, and the team's changed. And I think that's the problem for Rodri, that however good you are, if you were, you're used to playing with Gundogan, De Bruyne, and, that team, and Stones fit and everything, and suddenly you come back and Stones is pretty much, injured or not finished. De Bruyne's gone, Gundogan's gone. You're a totally different team, and I think Rodri has suffered a bit from that. He's come back and he needs to relearn he needs to catch up on 18 months of homework that he's missed.
See,
Rodri can
for
still-
me,
Go on.
and we're going to talk about this later when we wrap up the cup final bit. But there's a reason, and Elliot, you know this. There was a perfectly good reason why our main targets this summer are midfielders.
Because there's question
That
marks.
tells me they know the problem area, and they know they need to bring in fresh legs into that field. And listen, with Rodri, Rodri will always be a legend to me, and I'd love him to stay. I want him to stay, but for the betterment of the club, if we're going to move forward in a new direction, maybe we do need the refresh. I don't know.
Do you know? Do you want to know how we can put? Go on, Governor, man.
Go on, yeah. I was just going to say, even if Rodri stays, you still need two.
Yeah,
if Bernardo and
it is,
Kovacic go.
or Rodri's going to have to learn to play a new way to adapt and be part of that new team.
If you are going to play, if you're going to play transitional, Rodri can still sit. You've got other players to do the transition. Do you know what I mean? In case it breaks down.
You know what it is for me, Governor? For me, O'Reilly's taken over the Kovacic role. So for me, the Kovacic role's already done.
You're then left back.
You've kind of swapped that with O'Reilly, haven't you?
Well, I don't know. He keeps putting O'Reilly. He keeps putting O'Reilly at left back a few times more in recent. So
yeah, but hang on a minute. I said this the other day. We were saying he was competing with Lewis Hall as the best left back in the country 5 months ago.
Then he went into midfield, and then he proved he was a good midfielder, and he helped us in that spell.
Yeah. Well, he went into his natural position, that he played in. I'm not thinking.
But one thing I will say, and it's pretty easy. All this discussions, what I've heard, like majority of the season, it's been however many months, and people are saying, "Oh, why is City like this? Why they play well 45 minutes and not? Why is the consistency? One game it's unbelievable, next game it's not." For me, there's just a simple answer. Ultimately, yeah, you might not like these people, but if you're picking an 11 against a current City side, against a PSG, a Barcelona, a Bayern Munich, you're probably picking majority of Bayern Munich players at this minute in time. Probably 3-4 years ago, that was different.
Yeah. I think that was always going to happen, though. I think
people need to realise that, though. I think people need to realise that.
I don't think we were ever going to be able to keep that up and I think there's a number of issues with that. I think the way the club are with transfers, and you know what I mean by that, Elliot, they won't pay the big bucks that they need to get that. So, for example, I don't think you can pick up a KDB for 55 million anymore. I just don't think that's on the market anymore. I don't think you can pick up a David Silva for 25 million anymore.
I'm not sure there is a Kevin De Bruyne or a David Silva you could pick up for 50 million.
And you can't get Mahrez for 55 million anymore.
I think Pep's experimented too much this season. We need to get players in the right positions and be consistent. You've got to get players in their positions. We have chopped and changed all season, really.
But that's why I said about the big squad.
I don't think it's a big squad thing, Martin. I don't think it's a big squad thing, Martin. I don't think if it's. I think I'm probably the same as Governor here, but I think it's more the fact of he doesn't know his best squad, so he's just playing all these different players. And just going, oh, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works.
And
Yeah.
Well, he said that. He said that himself. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
He said
because
that
he's got
himself.
so
But Martin, in fairness to the, I'm going to call them idiots, but to the Pep outs and all this and get him out of his club, he's horrible, he's this, that, he's other. In fairness to the people, we are on the 19th of March. Like, should he not have really worked this out?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Elliot. He should know, like, you should know your guys. And, like, this is my whole thing, too, right? And I know Nico G is Roger's backup. But for us to keep on seeing Reinders and other people in the midfield and not to see Nico G at all, I think that also is why fans are complaining.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. This is the thing as well, Ed. Let me ask you this question, yeah? So, Tuesday, yeah, we played Madrid, right? And or not, yeah, you can sit there and tell me if we signed Anderson in the January transfer window, he would have started over Bernardo on Tuesday. Can you honestly tell me that would have happened?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
So therefore, what are we buying these players for? This probably needs to be the question.
But that's why players are leaving, Elliot. That's why players are leaving.
Yeah.
I know.
Hang on, Ed. You had 12 out in the summer anyway.
Yeah, I predicted. Yeah, I predicted that.
So you can't go. That's why players are leaving. You sold out.
No, I say that's why players. No, Martin. I'm saying for new players to come in, like an Anderson, some of the guys that are playing high minutes are going to have to leave.
No, but we know they're going to go. We know Stones is going to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why players leaving.
We know Ake's probably going to go. We know, I probably think Rico Lewis will probably leave because I think Rico knows now his time is probably up.
Let's not speak on that conversation now.
Not with you. Not with you or Tone. Jesus.
I got laughed at. That conversation at the start of the season. I mentioned about keeping a certain Argentinian player ruled off and more.
We're not doing that.
Don't bite.
We'll never know, will we? We'll never know.
That, if we pick the right team on Sunday, and for me, the right team is very simple. I'm going Trafford. My back four. My back four's changed. I am starting to lean into the Johnny Stones over Diaz because of the ball playing aspect. So I probably would go Stones, Kushinoff, ain't naughty. But then again, Stones and Kushinoff haven't played a lot together, so that's still a new partnership. I am going to leave. Rodri's going to play. And people are going to like this. This is my opinion. I am playing Foden and Cherka.
Well, that ain't happening.
I'm playing the both of them.
We've left one out for a start. So.
Bernardo sits on the bench for me on Sunday.
Yeah, he ain't sitting on the bench, Martin. You know he ain't.
And we go Haaland and I'm playing.
I don't mind
that. You know Bernardo's playing. Anyone knows Bernardo's playing.
Yeah, the whole world knows Bernardo's playing. Yes.
And by the way, Stones is actually fit. Stones is not injured.
Which is why
Stones are just left out.
I hope it is Stones, but I reckon he's going to put Diaz in.
Stones have played the last few games. We'd be the ones going for the quad and Arsenal.
But I am with Andrew. I think to lose Stones, Ake, Kovacic, Rodri, Bernardo, and Pep all in one go that's huge. Maybe it needs to be done. I don't know, but that's huge. That is a real re-go.
Pep won't go in the summer. To his contract.
Mitch, your sound is awful. I don't know what you sound like a Dalek.
Yeah.
Oh, mine with the Doctor Who reference. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not just a pretty face. By the way, big up for, I think we've just had a raid of someone. I don't know who it was. I think we've had a raid. We just jumped by 100 people. So I presume we've had a raid somewhere. But I don't. The raid hasn't come up, weirdly enough. But big up anyway if we have been raided or we've just suddenly jumped by 100 people. Big up to you all.
You mentioned Doctor Who. Hundreds of Doctor Who fans around the world have joined.
So
Well,
shocking, Rick.
What do you do? With, you can't hear a word you're saying. Rinders. What do you do with Rinders? Big up, Rich. Ozzy had to leave because he's got a family issue. So that's why, Ozzy. Rich.
Rinders on the bench.
Took him on Tram with Nunes.
I don't. To me, that's my 11, and I just go for it.
Yeah.
It has to be quick, sharp, and to the point on Sunday.
I probably agree with you, Martin, but I think I'd like to see Foden with Turkey, but I still think he's going to play Bernardo.
No, he probably will. He probably will. And I don't. I know people. I'll hear people say Foden doesn't deserve it. When do you bring Foden back? Bringing the guy on for 10 minutes at the end of a Premier League game isn't going to bring him back either.
No.
Maybe you don't, Martin.
Pardon?
Maybe you don't.
Well, then you sell him in the summer.
Well, you don't know because he's going to be manager-wise next summer, do you? Because
what you basically, he's in the last year of his deal.
He's a one-club man, but if he does, he'll have to go abroad. I don't think he'll be in the Premiership. He'll have to go abroad.
Well, no, Elliot, that is an interesting point. Martin, we have to think about it.
So hang on a minute.
Does a new manager revive
You're
Foden?
Not just selling squad players now. We're selling bloody everybody now.
No, but Martin, listen to me. I said, does a new manager revive Foden?
Oh, sorry.
Does a new manager revive Foden?
Right, well, hang on. Right, we'll move to that in a minute. Let me just get to the cup final bit. Is anyone confident of winning? Because I think we'll win on Sunday.
Yeah, of course you got to back the team to win.
Always. Got to put a spanner in the works. Psychologically. For the running as well. Got to shut these Arsenal fans up. Sick of them.
Well, Nick's gone Trafford, Nunes, Stones, Kushnoff, Ain't Nora, Nico G, Rodra, Semenyo, Cherky, Doku, Haaland.
It was very good, Nick, and so you got to Rodri and Nico G. And then I just realised that was going to happen. Unfortunately.
Well, some will say that thing he shouldn't play. By the way, Cassidy, Blue Monday, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you, Judge Mo Raiders. Please smash that like on your way in. Appreciate that. I'll be on there tomorrow. Elliot, are we winning on Sunday?
Not too sure, really.
You sound like you've given up, you Elliot.
I just haven't got much belief. I don't know what the team's going to turn up. I don't know what performance is going to be like. It's just a bit all off at Gaff at the minute, innit?
But we've got to turn up. That's what I'm saying. The one thing that did come out Tuesday is the fans hadn't given up.
Get that, but
come on, Elliot. Come on, mate.
We can't ultimately impact what players are doing, though, can we?
No, but that's what I mean. So all we can do is just get behind them and give it our best.
I'm not saying I never said not to. I'm just saying.
You sound like you're going to drive a car off a cliff here.
No,
you sound like you've gone. You just done.
So you tell me you know what seat's going to turn up, then, yeah?
I hope you've got a chaperone with you, Elliot, travelling down there.
Do you know what it is with me? I just feel like, mate, like I said earlier, maybe it's pure hopium. Maybe I'm sat here just going, you know what? It's cup final. I expect him to turn up.
Yeah, I know, but in fairness, though, Martin, Arsenal probably do need to win a trophy as well before, this next couple of weeks. Because if they do lose, they probably know psychologically it might impact it. I think Declan Rice spoke about that on the radio the other morning. So maybe that's a big part for Arsenal as well. So it's not going to be an easy game, man. I'm not saying that, but I don't. If I knew what City were going to turn up, and I was seeing it a couple of times, quite consistency, like 2-3 games, 3-4 games, whatever, I'd be a bit like, yeah, you know what, I fancy us. But for us to play like what we did the first leg in Madrid, and then the other night when I thought we were pretty good, to be fair, considering we had 10 men.
I thought we were a better team.
It's just very, very inconsistent, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like BB just says, "No, yeah, we have to accept it." To me, I'm not. I'm going. I'm not buying into this. Season's over. Play the kids.
No,
it's done. There's a lot to play for. Because this
No,
is
we still got the final, and we still got the FA Cup. Yeah.
But this is the thing with Liverpool.
Mathematically, we're still in it.
But this was the thing Klopp did, and I had this chat with Hussam many, many times. Of even when Liverpool couldn't win the big two, people call them, they still won the domestic trophies. Still got to keep that winning going.
It's in our hands, Martin, to stop them. No one else.
We can't give up. We cannot give up. I get it's hard and people are a bit upset, but we can't give up.
It's not the upsetness, it's the not knowing what City's going to turn up. That's what the frustrating thing is.
That's the problem, Elliot.
But that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's me. I just don't worry about things I can't control. That's just me.
But this is why I'm saying, when you're saying, are you confident? Well, I don't know what Citizen's going to turn up, so no, I don't know if I'm confident.
You sound like we've been beaten 5-0 and you're on your way back from Wembley.
I'm just saying it as I see it, innit? It's just like you say, if the consistency were there.
Listen, I get it. And I know.
This is the thing, and like you said, Governor, it's the what is he going to do and all before the game, which worries me a little bit. That sort of, I'm a bit like, well, is he going to just do a Madden and drop Haaland, drop Rodri, drop fucking Donnarumma, drop Kushinov?
Can I just ask a question? Do you think Pep 2's in his ear a lot? Do you think he's in the waters, Pep 2? Pep Winders?
No, I don't.
I know Pep might have the final word.
I don't think he listens to him. I don't think he listens to him enough, Governor, if I'm honest. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I think he had a bigger impact. You know, when really remember, Governor, and I think you were Martin as well, when you were saying about the transitional football.
Yeah.
That's Pep Linders. That's Liverpool. That we were playing like.
Yeah, that's Mane, Firmino.
Right. And what I'm going to say to you is, when did that change? When Rodri come back? What position did Pep play? What position did Pep play? CDM.
That's right.
So I think it's more of a Pep thing. I'm not digging him out, you know what I mean? You'll have to speak out on him and that, but I just don't think he ain't helped the situations for me.
And that's when it dried up for Ireland. Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you, Rose. I'm always going to back the team. And I'm going.
It's not about backing the fucking team, is it?
No, I know you're backing the team. No, I know you are, Elliot. I know you are. I'm just. You do sound like you've dropped £1,000 and found a fiver.
You asked me a simple question. I'm just answering it. Honestly.
No, I know. Yeah. Listen, Elliot will be down there on Sunday singing his heart out. Don't you worry.
I just don't know what team's going to turn up in it. That's the thing.
With 25 pints in you.
No. I think we're all waiting for that team selection, really.
Yeah, but that's been the thing all season, Governor. Everyone's bitching out because the thing is, there's nearly 400 people in here right now. I could do a poll right now. Who's your 11? And 100 people will say 111. 50 people will say no. You're never going to please fans. That's something I've now clicked on. You're never going to please everyone. You can't please everyone. It's impossible.
Because we've never had a consistent side all the way through, have we? That's why you got all the different opinions.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is new to people. We're not normally like this. Like Elliot is spot on. We're used to Mahrez and all these superstars on the bench, and we've got things to change. But now we're just going through that little bit of transition that can be a bit difficult. We've made errors. Pep's made errors. Players have been out of form. New players are learning, and it's just maybe we just got to go. I know people don't like this, and it's happy clappy. I get it, but maybe we have to just go through a little bit of adversity to get back to the other side again.
Yeah, I'll come out and sit and tell you why I'm like I am, yeah. So I see other people in the comments as well saying cheer up, blah blah blah. I'll be honest with you. I think maybe a wild shot, maybe a wild thing to say, but I think the players know Pep's gone into the season, and that's why I'm not so confident.
Yeah, but
Okay, well, that's
like I
the
said
thing.
before,
By the way,
they've got to get the job done
Like-
first.
Yeah, no. I think Governor. What I mean is, I think the players have found out recent.
So why should that change the way they play?
I just think that's the
No,
reason
with
I'm not.
Elliot on that.
That's
That
why I'm
always
just not
changes.
sure if it's like a bit of a fucking kick in the teeth to some players.
Do you remember
maybe.
Pellegrini's last year, Governor?
That's
when
what's
he
doing it for me, not.
He announced in February he was going, and we just about scraped into
Well,
fourth place.
Governor, I've got a better one for you. Look at Klopp at Liverpool.
Yeah, Ferguson
When
at
he announced
United
it.
in his last year.
Yeah, they just scraped over the line, didn't they?
Players they don't down tools, they down mentally. I don't think players physically down tools, but they
That's my
mentally.
worry. That's why I probably sound worried, but that is my concern.
Yeah.
That is where.
No, listen, if it is Pep's last year, listen, I don't like
shit,
this.
man. He's shit if that's the case. He's shit if that's the case.
Do you know what it is, Elliot? And me and you've had this debate for ages. That you said to me privately that I care about what people say online far too much. Do you know my issue with me is? I think the way Pep's been treated on the way out is what I don't like. I don't like it, and I just want it. The guy deserves so much. When he's gone, we're going to be talking about a statue, a stand named after him, the whole kit, and we've just forgotten it all. And it's just get someone else.
But Martin, that's what happens. That's what happens to our biggest heroes, right? Our biggest heroes get the most criticism. They deal with the most backlash.
No, because I didn't hear this about KDB. I didn't hear this about Aguero. I didn't hear this about David Silva.
Martin. People were talking about KDB. It was time for him to go. Let's not.
Ed, with respect, David Silva, Vincent Kompany, Aguero never won us a Champions League.
Hey, you led them.
Martin, that was just a different era. That was just a different era.
No, so what? But this is the thing that gets me. I'm sick of
legends out of your mouth
it's
like
a different era, so people can be dickheads. I'm not having people can be dickheads because it's a different era.
No, but I'm saying that's what we're dealing with, though, Martin. We just have to be honest about it.
Gen Z. You'll be giving me Gen Z and Nepo baby talk in a minute.
Martin, when you have a problem in your face, you have to call it how it is, and you have to deal with it. That's where we are.
I'd just like to see Pep get some silverware before if he does.
Hopefully, Governor, I am miles off it and ends up staying and he ends up signing a new deal. That'd be decent for everyone.
Oh, by the way, he's got to sign a long-term deal for me.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that though. I don't think he's doing that though, is he?
I don't like this one.
He ain't ever doing that, man. You know he ain't.
Listen, I don't want Pep to go, but and I've said this publicly. If the Maresca stuff's true, I'm not keen on that because as much as people don't like it, I do have some standards. But the simple fact is, if it is Maresca or it's Michelle or whoever, I will back them when they are here.
That's right.
Because what I don't want to be is the Man United and Chelsea rebuild where we turn around and we're getting any manager and sacking them and turn over the players every single year. That isn't a rebuild. That's a fucking mess. I don't want that. I don't want to be in a situation where fucking Semenyo's been here for 7 weeks and we're chopping his legs off already. 7 weeks? I've had longer shits when I've been constipated.
I think we've got a better organisation than them other clubs.
Exactly, that's my point. Yeah, our owners are the best in the business.
Yes. You know.
Come on, we've only got 70 likes. Let's get these. Should be on over 100 now. Come on, guys. Smash those likes. I'm 7 pints of Guinness St. Patrick's 6-month holiday. By the way, we celebrated St. Patrick's. Hope you had a lovely time and you didn't get too drunk. I think that's my problem at ADH is football has become, and this is all football, it's become what have you done for me lately. It's what have you done for me lately. If people were like this 30 years ago, there'd be no statues or legends anywhere. Thierry Henry didn't have a great last season at Arsenal. They didn't hound him out the door like he was some knobhead. It's like, come on, I get players lose it. I get it. If you've been in your job for 50 years, they don't hound you out the back door. They do you a little party and a gold watch and all that sort of thing, don't they? I just, maybe it's me. Maybe I find it a bit cold. And football shouldn't be cold. It's a very emotional. And people going about me. I'm sorry, I live and I breathe this football club. You ask Elliot, Ed, Governor, Magnus, Dash. I will talk Manchester City 24/7 with everyone.
We're the same, Martin.
I just care too much. I'm sorry, I care too much. I'm emotionally attached in this thing. People made jokes that I drove around the Etihad at night. I fucking have done. I just care too much. I'm sorry. And I will defend that badge with my life. It's like one of my children. And I know that's wrong, but it's like one of my children. I'd take a bullet for the damn club.
I get grief off the missus, mate. Always.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
I've missed funerals, weddings, holidays. I went to America on a family holiday and fucked off to watch Manchester City halfway through it. And I got bollocked.
That's one of my regrets in life.
And I went and met Ed. When they went to Disney World.
Yeah. My regrets in life is not doing what you're doing this weekend. Do you know what I mean? I regret all that.
I don't get it. I get it. I get the pain. And I think that's why I am because it does hurt me. It hurts me. So damn much.
Yeah.
Whose birds are tweeting in the background?
It's me, as usual.
I want to move on to the next subject. Ozzy won't talk about this, but we'll talk about it more. Because for me, the biggest change that has to happen this summer for everything is that midfield. It's clear the midfield is going to have the biggest overhaul. Yeah. With the links to Anderson, Tonali, and others. And some will know the others part. The players we've been linked with, I'll start with you, Elliot. Do any of them give you hope for the future with the players we've been linked with? Whether it be Anderson, Elliot Anderson, Tonali, whoever.
What do you mean, give me hope?
Is that the direction? Are you happy with that direction? They're the kind of level of players we should be going for?
Do you mean with players who we've got currently or the players going?
Well, let's say Bernardo Rodrigo. We don't obviously know about Nico J. I still think there's a question mark on Nico J coming this summer.
If Nico G stayed, probably. I'd be all right with it. I'd be all right with
so
that.
So who would you get? I'm going to put you in charge right now.
Would I get?
Yeah. And by the way, think of it from a City point of view, because you know they won't just drop 150 million on one player.
Is Pep still the manager? Or is it someone else? Or
do either, whichever way you want.
Well, I'm just thinking because if it was a different manager, I'd maybe link something in with it, but if it, like, for example, if it were Maresca, I'd try and get Caicedo.
Okay.
How old is he?
24.
Would you get him before Anderson?
24. I wouldn't be too bothered if we didn't sign Tonali, got Anderson, and then got Caicedo.
I don't want Tonali.
Do you think they'd pay the money for Caicedo?
Yes, because what they probably spend on Tonali and another midfielder, they probably end up paying for Caicedo anyway.
No, I'm just thinking because you could get around Tonali a bit by dangling the Trafford thing in front of him.
There is that. But I've also seen Newcastle being linked with, is it Lens keeper or something?
I don't think we'll keep him.
Say again, Governor.
So I don't
Say
think we'll
again.
get Tonali. I don't think we'll get
You don't?
Tonali. No. I think he'll go back. If he stays, I reckon he'll go across the road. But otherwise, he'll go back home.
But the thing why I mentioned that as well, Governor, about Caicedo, obviously we've been working with Maresca. You sort of got that link there. Would obviously be in the market for a CDM. I'd Rodri leave. I definitely will add this, to be fair. I definitely think they will go for Caicedo if Nico G left as well. Like
What's happened? What about Bruno? Bruno off to, because for me, Bruno's too old now at that money.
Now we've that bus has gone.
I'd like Bruno, man. I would like Bruno, but
what about Baleba?
No, I don't want Baleba.
With Caicedo, has he got a big contract?
I'm not sure, Governor, because there was something apparently where they said about Champions League. I've seen a rumour the other day saying if he doesn't get Champions League, he's got a clause in his contract. Same with Enzo Fernandez, I think it was.
Yeah, they can keep him.
So, but I'd be all over Caicedo, man. I think he's quality. I think he's arguably could be maybe the best CDM in the world. And maybe, well, there's an argument for him now, probably, to be fair. But
don't forget they spent 150 million on him.
No, I don't think we're gonna get Caicedo. I think just because of the years he has on his deal, I think also he's a red card waiting to happen.
I was going to say that he's a card every game, isn't he?
Which is why I like him to Magni Fernandinho.
I thought you meant his character's a card. Like,
if it is Maresca, it does make sense.
That's why I like him. That's why I like him, because of Magni Fernandinho.
Yeah,
we are missing
you like the shit house, don't you, Elliot? You like the old shit house.
We've not got enough of it, man. We've not got enough
if
of it.
we are going with Maresca, it does make sense why we are going down the Tonali Anderson, because he does. You can say whatever you like to say about Maresca. He does like a physical midfield.
Fell out with a lot of players, though.
So 1 minute, let me go through this, yeah. So Anderson, 80 mil. How much is Anderson will be about 80 million.
Yeah.
No, Teal say Maresca will win Champions League.
How much are we saying?
Tonali would probably be
Tonali's worth
65, 70.
Right. Then another midfielder, if Nico G went, how much is that going to be? So just say, I don't know, just say another Reinders. What's that? 50 mil?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing with what are you doing with Reinders?
Getting close to 200.
Forget about Reinders. How much money have you made there with them 3 players? Then Aki's going. He's going on. Yeah.
Spot
what we're getting back, though, isn't it? It's what we're getting back.
But this is it, Governor. Yeah, this is it, Governor. But I think the thing is, the club have to be smart and go, right, we've had a situation where we're going after 2 players within Rice and Bellingham. We didn't get them because obviously they went to other clubs, they prefer to go to other clubs. We now have to make Caicedo our main target and go and get him, pay what needs to be paid and go and get him. And that'll probably work out cheap in the longer run. For me, anyway. For me, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think Anderson can get to. I think Anderson isn't that far away from Caicedo. I know that sounds crazy.
All right, can I check your name?
He is Ed. He is Ed.
Would you go and do the João Neves before I get Andrew excited?
I think that's about 180.
For João Neves?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not 180, but it's definitely
do you know
100.
how-
It's
do
definitely
you know how
around
old it is?
100. Yeah,
Do you know how
it's not
old it is?
You are
180.
playing FIFA here with that price.
It's not
Do you know how old it is?
180. It's not
Do you know
180.
how old it is? He's 21.
Right.
Yeah, look how good he is at his age.
Oh, yeah. All right, then. Rodri, say Rodri does want to go to Madrid.
Yeah.
Would you take
No,
Camavinga
no.
or Tchouameni and get any kind of swap?
Yeah, take Camavinga. I won't take Tchouameni.
I'm just chucking that out then. Maybe Camavinga.
Yeah, I'd have Camavinga. I wouldn't have Tchouameni.
I'm trying to think of a way around, because the reason I say it is, Elliot and Governor and Ed, you know this, City are very adverse to these silly fees.
What I'm going to say, that
They get really
just
weird
hear me
around
out.
it.
Just hear me out on that before I let you go back in. But what I'm saying to you is, there's a saying, and it's so true. You buy cheap, you buy twice.
Yes, I agree. And I think we bought cheap too much.
So that's what I'm
but
saying.
I also
So
think it's cheap. I also think the market's fucked.
Yeah, we've always been around the 50 to 70, haven't we? We didn't make a mistake with Grealish in a way, but you know, this I don't think they want to do it ever again. So I don't think we'll overstep the mark there.
How old's Barella?
old.
Nah. All right then.
Like 29.
If Real Madrid want fucking, hang on a minute, we bought Fernandinho at 28.
Right. But I don't think Barella's going to be a lone six, though, is it?
Barella, we're talking about all this physicality, and we want to go get Barella.
I know what I want to do. I know he's not 40 years old, he'll behave. I know what I want to do. If Real Madrid want Rodri so bad, give us Valverde.
That's never ever
I'll
going to
even
happen,
stick
is
an
it?
additional 50 in for him.
That's never ever going to happen.
Hang on a minute, I'm trying to give you standards, and you're all having to go at me when I give you standards.
Martin,
Levels, Martin, levels.
Why would fucking Valverde leave fucking Madrid, and why the fuck would Madrid sell him?
What is your language about that? You're not having that one.
Fucking hell, that is wild, man. That is nuts.
Can you just let me have my dream?
Yeah, no, that is FIFA, that. Yeah.
Sign it.
That is more FIFA than my Caicedo shout.
Listen, Hamburn, if you're just going to come in here and be a bit of a dick, mate, you can go. If you don't like it, this fair, mate. I've got low IQ, but I'm sat here with a psychology and criminology degree, mate. So, yeah.
He might stay in his numbers, him.
Yeah.
I think Caicedo would be a very, very good shout.
Do you think this will play a big part?
Shout, Elliot.
What about because if we are going to sell Ake, Grealish, Stones, Trafford.
Stones has gone for free, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but there is going to have to be a homegrown reversal back in.
Well,
so,
no, because
here, man, Gibbs White.
No.
Because people aren't going to forget, Savinho and Kushinov are going to go into the foreign quota next season, yeah?
What about Gay and Semenyo?
Well, you'll have Gay, Semenyo. Well, people don't know what's going on with Foden.
Foden's not going anywhere, man.
You're not getting over
coming back, won't he? Won't Victor be coming back?
I've heard he may go back on loan again.
Who's that?
Victor.
That's a shambles. That. Do you know what? I don't
think he is.
Do you know? Sometimes, yeah, I'm going to say this.
Stone's replacement.
I have sleepless nights over the fact we loaned Echeverri and Victor Isak and we spent 15 and 30 mil on them. And then we kept an injury John Stones waiting to happen, an injury Ake waiting to happen, and Rico Lewis.
When you look at it like that,
because my point is, Elliot and Governor and Ed, if we're going to sell Rico and we're going to sell,
I don't think how much for Rico. Don't forget much Rico. How much do you reckon you'll get? About 20 mil.
You get 20. 25. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of the numbers, right? So if you think about it, you're going to lose Trafford. You're going to have Bettinelli. You're going to have Mark Gay. You're going to have
Joshua's
Phil
comment.
Foden.
Joshua's comment.
What?
Ain't comment. That's a great shout.
What's Joshua's comment? I think Wharton. I think the club have gone off Wharton. It looks like.
I think that'd be a great shout.
Oh, by the way, I'm just counting them up now. This is the homegrown one. Semenyo. O'Reilly. Well, he's kind of 2. He was still young. Foden 3, but people are umming and ahhing over that one. Mike Gay 4. Bettinelli 5.
Semenyo and all, no.
Yeah, that's with Semenyo.
Bettinelli.
I've included Bettinelli. You've got
That's enough
5.
then. Is that not enough?
No, you need 8. Minimum of 8. Because you only allow 17 foreign players.
What about McKay?
Too young, won't be counted.
Are you sure? How old is he?
And then you've got the issue
Is
with
he not?
Is he under 21?
Yeah, you've got the issue with.
Is he 19? Is he 19? Is it?
Yeah, he's a
Is
youngster.
89?
Yeah, he's a youngster. Yeah.
You've got to have club trained and association trained.
But I reckon he's going to come up to the first team next season, if I'm honest.
This is what I'm saying. People have to be careful on this because everyone we're selling is homegrown, virtually. And they've got to be 21 and above.
We're not selling them, are we? But
no, but they're still coming out the squad, so someone needs to go in to replace him.
So Trafford, have you let go of Trafford?
Yes,
I'm going off the rumours. That's an easy one then. Just get another English goalkeeper.
Yeah, Trafford gone, Ake gone. These are the homegrown, by the way. Trafford gone, Ake gone.
That's one sorted.
Gone, John Stones gone, Wilson Esperand gone, Grealish gone. Phillips will be gone because he's probably going to cancel his contract up. Bernardo will be gone. That's it.
I said that mind, didn't I?
What about Newcastle? No, I don't think he is. I'm sure he's above 20. Is he not above 20 now when he gets back?
No, they've got to be above 21. They've got to be 21 by this January. 21 this January.
How old is he now, Martin? I've looked how old he is.
Who would you say?
Divine Newcastle.
Max Allen, by the way, he's only 18, so you can't be part of that. Mikasa, I thought he was only young.
Yeah, can't be more than 21 even.
He is. His age, Divine Mikasa, when it loads up. The internet's running so slow today. He's 18.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
What about,
this is the problem.
What about Elaine?
Elaine is,
I'm sure
he's 20, 19, 20.
Right.
This is the problem. We've gone, yeah, it's stupid the way we've done it.
Well, Wharton then, innit?
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
Or you need an English, or you need an English right back.
Is there a way we keep Trafford then?
Nah, but you can just get another goalkeeper though, innit?
What's Scott Carson up to?
Convert Louis.
No, I heard that we were interested in Sunderland's keeper.
No, yes, Elaine is 21 next year, but it's from the January. That's when it is. It's from January, so it's still too late.
Do you think if we could throw money at Lewis Hall, do you think they'd have it?
Do you need a left back?
Yeah, you don't need a left
back. You've got Gavardio, O'Reilly, and Nate Nori who can all go there.
You need a right back, Governor, and I've got the right person just in mind.
Coyote.
Is he English?
He is English. We all saw him the other night with the man that is Pep Guardiola, smiling and joking and hugging.
Oh.
He wants fucking Trent. He wants Trent.
He'll come back. He won't come back.
He wants Trent. I tell you what, that'd boil piss all over. That'd boil piss down the M62. That.
You know what? I actually thought convenient. He defended quite well against Stockwell in the first leg, apart from maybe the first 10-15 minutes. But then after that, I thought he did pretty well.
Oh, like Jack is right. You just have to do a smaller squad then, and just have, because you don't have to have 8 homegrown. We only allowed 17 foreign.
Yeah.
The problem is Kushinov and Savio come into that foreign quota next year.
What a
And it
bigger
looks
dream.
like it's off
But
Liverpool.
if let me ask you
What?
this, Martin. If Savinho is Pep's project, if Pep leaves, will Savio still be here?
Well, that was why there was a name I mentioned there in the manager's thing. You didn't catch, did you, Ed?
Who you said?
Michel.
He's not coming in. Man.
No.
He's not coming in, man. You cannot tell me
Who?
you'd rather have him over Enzo Maresca, Martin.
We're not. You
I'm leaving
cannot
this
go
year.
from Pep Guardiola to a manager that's fighting relegation, mate. Come on now. Let's not.
I'm leaving this show if Martin said he'd rather have fucking Michel over fucking Enzo Maresca. Mind the French.
Listen, I think we know that this summer is going to be, for me, one of the most important summers in Manchester City.
What's your ideal situation? Say Pep went at the end of the season. What's your ideal situation with your manager and then a player? You can have any player.
I want Pep to stay.
No. Just say in hindsight. Hopefully this don't happen. But just say Pep is to go at the end of the season. Who would you want as your manager? And you can pick one player, apart from Yamal, obviously.
One player, Valverde.
Good shout. And what manager would you go for?
Guy,
and what manager would you go for if you could have it? If you could have any after.
If I could have a manager right now, Alonso. That's the guy I'd want.
Would you?
Alonso or Nagelsmann.
How about you, Governor?
I'm going for the obvious Enrique, but I don't know.
I know what.
I really don't know. After Pep, I really don't know.
Who would you sign? Player.
Can I just say Pep Regen? Can I just say Pep Refresh?
You know what I've been looking at? I would go Valverde, but that Yildiz, I've been watching him.
Yeah, Juventus, great shot.
Yeah,
you've been having a chat with Nick, haven't you? You've been talking with Nick, haven't you, Governor?
No, he's not a bad ball. I've been watching.
I'm gonna go Fabregas, and then I'm gonna go for a player.
I bet he's not Seal.
I'm going to go for a player. I said Fabregas, and then for a player, I'm going to go. I got to go with a midfielder, so I'm going to go with Anderson. Yeah.
I'm reading buying in it. I'm having Company and I'm having Elisa.
I don't think. I don't think. Do you know what it is to me? I think whoever comes after Pep, and listen, I want Pep to stay. I want him to extend. That's my opinion. Deal with it. But if he does, and the rumours are true, he does go in the sunset, and he'll go with everything from me. I'm not sure I want Company. I don't want Company directly after Pep.
Can I just put a spin on this and all though? Yeah. One thing I will say is, if Company doesn't join, after Pep, then fair's to Company because he probably, let's be honest, he probably is going to get offered job behind like closed doors, like I'd imagine Cole Doonan, Soriano, and even Viana probably all tap up Company. And if Company does say no, then he's quite true to his word, considering he said he's going to come when it's ready, and he knows the time's right.
And not only that, I don't want to see his legacy ruined. And I
don't
know
it's
a small minority.
I don't think it will, mate.
Listen, if we're wrecking Pep's thing, we can wreck.
No, we ain't.
No, Elliot, you live in the dream world. If Pep Guardiola can be out, anyone can.
If Company wins the Champions League, I'd take him.
Would you not take him?
No one said Musiala.
I did. Last season, I did mention Musiala, then he got that big injury.
The online fan base would get on Vinny's back in a few months if we had a bad plan.
Whoever it is, they're going to get on the bank.
Yeah. And you know
my big take, Elliot.
Have
you seen my wild prediction, Elliot, about Pep when he walks?
What's that?
When he walks, he'll have a bit of a break, and I reckon he'll get the England job. after the World Cup. So I think
That's
every
interesting.
Englishman would want Pep as the England manager.
You'd have to sack Tuchel. He's just signed an extension.
You know what?
Yeah,
you know what?
Well, he's got to have a break first.
Look at
He might get sacked before then.
Look at the comment. I think who is it? It's just gone off. Is it Happy Somebody? Yeah. Sorry for forgot end of your name. That is an actual legit thing. What might happen as well? Who's put it in, Martin? I think it's about company, and then it said a player at the end, and it's something that you know what? I could actually see something like that happening.
Oh, for fuck's sake! They're going up the same day as he's too old, and you want to bring a 34-year-old Kane in?
Listen to what I'm going to say. Listen to what I'm going to say. Right. He still hasn't beat Alan Shearer's record.
Right.
He's coming back to England at some point in his career. Whether that's back at
to
Tottenham.
play for Burnley.
Behave, man. Behave.
He's 35.
He's probably the best striker in the world at the minute, you numpty.
Oh, that's not that. We're not doing it. You've done that to coax me into the Haaland debate, and I'm not.
What, are you going to sit on the bench for Haaland?
I am not doing the Haaland debate with you, Elliot. I'm not. Tone has told me all about you and your Haaland agenda.
I ain't got any agenda. I'm not getting any agenda. Answer me the question.
That's why you're giggling there, because you know exactly what you're doing.
Simple one.
I'm not doing it. You are not coaxing me into it.
Answer the question. Answer the question. If Haaland doesn't score, what does he bring to the team?
I thought he was excellent on Tuesday.
But he scored.
Yeah, but I don't.
Mate, we're not doing this. We're not. No.
He scored 150 goals.
Do you see Aguero's left boot? He couldn't even tie his bootlaces for him.
Oh my gosh! When Haaland passes Aguero, Elliot's gonna have to go to the bar. It's gonna be a long night for Elliot when that happens. Okay, because it's happening next season. Okay.
You don't know you're speaking about Aguero, yeah.
Oh look, your mates here.
We need Haaland, right? The biggest question is the backup. That's the biggest question. Who's going to hold bench and rotate? Like, that's the biggest question.
That's someone I do think will leave in the summer, Mamouche.
I don't think Haaland will be as long as what people think.
Who's going to pay the money though?
I think he'll go Barca.
But have they got 200 mil?
They will do pretty soon.
Well, they're buying everyone, aren't they?
Well, I mean,
to get a sponsorship for the stadium.
Have you seen what? Have you seen the new sponsor? Have you seen it, Governor?
No, I'm not. Who've they got?
It's meant to be Spotify Electrician or something like that. It's like a new brand. They're saying basically like it's going to be like $1 billion. Out of like $1 billion for this sponsorship deal. Plastered all the way around the new stadium. I think they'll be all right. To be fair, lads, I can't lie.
Oh well. We'll get what we can from him. I mean, we're still here for a few years. Like you say, you don't know what's going to happen down the track.
Tell you what to do, Martin.
You want to keep him.
Do us a favour, Martin. Look at Lewandowski's contract at Barca. See when it ends. I don't know if it's this summer, you know.
They want a new striker for next season though, Elliot. They want somebody. They're trying to get rid of him.
It ends this season.
Ends this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good shout, Elliot.
Well, they better, as long as they pay 200 odd million.
Well, they might do a deal with us for Yamal for Haaland.
Scored 154 goals, and we're saying he's shit.
Yamal is good enough.
Haaland. Jesus Christ, I wish I could score 154 goals.
Well, it's easy when you've got best midfielders City's ever had behind you.
David Silva won there. David Silva won there, mate.
Coincidence, isn't it, Martin?
What, David Silva? No, he'd gone.
No, I mean when he broke his record, who were behind him, Martin? Who got more assists that season? Come on, get the words out. Get the words out.
How many assists has Haaland got this year?
No, I'm on about Haaland. I'm on about his assist.
When it suits.
I'm on about the king.
Do you know Haaland's got one less assist than Cherka? One less assist than Cherka in the Premier League. Cherky has 8.
I'm not bothered,
Haaland has
I'm not
How many
bothered
minutes
about
has
assists.
how many
It's got to be
minutes has
put in.
Cherky played compared to Alan Martin?
Oh, it's not doing this.
Oh, you're leaving that one
I'm
out,
the
yeah?
same as you, Martin, as well with wingers. I don't care if the wingers don't score as long as they feed him.
Yeah, I'm spot on. I want my things.
And they're not doing, and they haven't done the job all season, really, to be honest.
Listen, Haaland for me. I'm not selling. Haaland is there. He's there to score, and he scores.
That's right.
Has he had? Listen, there's a term that I got told by my old dad: form is temporary, class is permanent.
I hope his form picks up quick then.
But anyway, right. Anything else you want to chat about, or we can wrap it up? We've done nearly 2 hours.
Yeah, I want to chat about something, to be fair.
Oh, go on.
Ed Martin. Both of yous. Is it still a good idea loaning Echeverria, who's getting GNA, but Rico isn't even in squad?
So you're giving me one assist and 1 goal in.
1 minute. Let me come to another one. Is it still a good idea loaning Divine Casarat, who's getting GNA at a poor Leicester team, but keeping Rico Lewis, who can't even get in the squad?
I've told you, I think they were. God, was Rico Lewis upset you?
I'm just asking genuine questions.
I got a drop, guys. I got a drop.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you would. I thought you would.
I got a drop, mate.
Take care, mate.
Haaland is scored according to Alan. That's why you're not a football manager.
I agree, Al.
I'm with you, Echeverria. I've always been with you about that.
Yeah, you've got taste in it, Governor.
Goals to Alan is poor. That's why you're not a football manager, Alan.
I'd just love to have seen the lad. Right.
Same, mate. Same.
Girona want to see the lad because they don't see a lot of him.
Well, I've seen his stats, Martin, going on his stats.
Echeverria's.
I don't care about stats. I just want to see him.
Because the guy couldn't start. The guy couldn't start for Leverkusen and he can't start for Girona. And you want him all stats there. And then you tell me standards.
Proper baller, mate.
Proper baller. Oh, Echemesa.
And tough as well.
So in 8 games, he's made 8 appearances for Girona.
Good stats.
And he's played. Do you know he's not started 1 game yet? Fuck me, he's not even started a game yet.
There's a reason for it, though, isn't there?
Yeah, he ain't good enough.
No, because he's super sub, mate.
There's a few of our players that starting as well.
Oh,
Could you imagine if Foden got 1 goal and 1 assist in 8?
Last time Foden started a game, Martin.
Listen, we're starting the wind-up merchant now.
I ain't doing anything, man.
That's got a point.
Exactly. Governor got it. Anyway, right. No, big up to everyone who's joined. Foden Valverde swap. Oh, you bastard. Oh, I played the 5th. You can't ask me that.
Are you even debating?
Just like to say, guys, I am jealous that you're both going down there. I'd love to be there. I can't wait.
You could me, Governor, if you want. Don't me take it, Governor.
Yeah. Elliot's going back to Chester.
I probably won't get there in time.
Yeah, that's true, mate.
Elliot's back off to Man U with Alan.
I'm off Man U.
Him and Alan to get a season tickets back.
I'm off back to Rags, mate.
Him and Alan are back off. Oh, Alan's back off to Arsenal because they're going to win the league. So Alan's going to go and support them. And Elliot will go back to United because they're challenging again.
Disgusting.
And I'll be sat in the Etihad on my own in an empty stadium.
Yeah, North Stand looking good, isn't it, Martin?
It is.
Have you lost your voice?
You was right again. You said we were 5th.
No, it means we're Chemesa.
Jimena said we were 5th, so what, you're right.
It means that we're Chemesa.
Just because you're not an here anymore, don't think you're not getting out your 50 quid bet. You know the 50 quid we won't make the Champions League next year.
He's lost that.
Alan's never got anything right yet. Alan has got every prediction wrong. That's why he was bottom of our prediction league. Because he was shit at it. Everyone else has like got a 15-point lead on it. Right, and then let's take it over. Anyway, no, big up to everyone who's joined. I want to say this seriously. If you are going down on Sunday, please stay safe. If you're going down tomorrow, you're going down Saturday.
Put your sunscreen on. Put your sunscreen on.
Why is it going to be sunny?
16 degrees, isn't it?
Is it? Is it going to be? Is it going to be sunny on?
Only thing is, we're not in the sunny end, so don't worry about your sunglasses.
16.
Are you going to the Green Man, Elliot? You're not bothering.
I might have a look.
You're getting up the hill.
I might have a
I'm
look.
going to need help with myself.
I think you need a few Red Bulls in you.
Okay, now
Elliot.
a couple of monsters in there.
I'll need that leaving. Anyway,
What time you going?
I'm down tomorrow.
Are you going down tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What, Friday?
No, Saturday.
I don't
even know what day it is, man.
Yeah, they've been given the box park. You know why? AFTV will have paid for that.
Couldn't you pay for
2:30 in the morning here, Sunday morning.
AFTV's paid for that.
Alan, you pay for it, Martin? Are you pay for
what? Nah.
Good job, Elliot isn't playing. He sounds finished. I feel like Foden at the minute. I'm a bit upset on that. And
yeah, be bit lonely on that bench.
I know. Imagine his training at the minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, safe trip down there. Have a great time. Let's sing our out for the lads and let's bring back that trophy on Sunday. Because there's going to be
6-0 City.
There's going to be 36,000 Blues or whatever there is down there. We're going to sing our out. I will be in the 134 block with the 1894 lot. We're going to have the TIFO over our heads.
6-0.
I'll be watching
6-0 to the Blues. Savio free and Doku free.
Yeah, and we'll be back. There is no Tone show tomorrow. I got the dates mixed up. We're going to do it a week tomorrow because we've got the panel you've got next Friday is me, Tone, Pulper, Big Steve. So all four of us next Friday. Me, Pulper, Big Steve, Tone.
I'm going to for that.
So we're going to call it the Happy Clapper Show. No standard show.
Levels.
That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, no, safe trip. So we'll be back. There'll be nothing over the weekend. We'll be back. There's no Oil Brothers because they're doing a big Sunderland.
Oh, yeah. Good game.
Over the weekend, they've got a big game coming up, so they're focusing on the Timeway derby. And then we'll be back Monday. We'll do something Monday night post-match from the cup final. So we'll be back on Monday. Big up. Go on.
Why don't you do something Sunday?
Because I'm going to be at Wembley.
No, because she's shitting yourself in case we lose. You fucking.
I'm at Wembley. I can't do a show driving back up the M6, can I?
Of course you can.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, give the people what they want, man. You see what I mean? You're not even giving the people what they want.
M6 doing a show.
This is what you're not giving the people what they want, mine.
I'll tell you what, you co-host it. You can do it.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it from my helicopter, innit?
Exactly. Yeah, safe trip, all. Take it easy. Smash those final likes. Big up to everyone DC in the chat, and especially to Julie, Sam, Simon Clark, Steve Finn, and Blue Monday for their memberships. Amar for the 4 amazing super chats. Oriana with his super chat. So don't forget, during the international, we'll do a Q&A with me, late night one next week, and we'll do the quiz as well. So big up to you all. You are all legends. Smash those likes. You did spaces in the car. Well.
Interesting, Brooksy. Interesting.
Come on, boys. One more push.
What, you want me to do a space Sunday night, dear? Is that what you're asking for?
I didn't mention that.
All right. I might do a space. If we win on Sunday, I'll do a space on the way back.
That is the GOAT version, by the way. Benny.
And now this thing's blown in. Anyway, great fun. Take care, all. And we'll see you all soon. Come on, City. Let's get that trophy.
6-0.
Take care, all.
Arsenal.
Take care.